Hello, everyone. Hopefully, you're getting used to videos from me. I'm sorry I can't be there, but I would like to give you at least a little bit of update of happenings of things that I've been working on. So one of the things I've been working on is this course database, and I'm not going to take credit for that because much of the work was done by Flate, where they compiled the information on all the courses being offered at all the state colleges, number of hours, and all the information about those, which is available in this spreadsheet, and I believe that this spreadsheet is available to everybody. Simply saying, okay, so looking right now at the core courses associated with the programs, safety, manufacturing, who's offering these courses, how many hours are they offering it, and specifically which class is it being offered as. Each of the specializations also has that same information compiled into this spreadsheet. So that is the beginning of our source material for this project. Now, what we want to do is we want to make this information available to everybody. So the way that we're going to be doing this is we're building we're building a website that basically links all of this information, not necessarily in the same format that you see here, but in a very usable format, so that you can look at the website by school, by class, by program, by category, and see who's doing what. For the core, for the gen ed, for the specializations. Now, while I was doing this, and while I was looking at assigning course numbers, we looked at something else. Whoops, that's not the right one here, but I'm going to bring up the correct one. And actually, I'm kind of jumping ahead of myself here. Let's go here. And okay, the first one we looked at specifically, and I've done this for EET, and we'll start here with an EET that we all know. I looked at what were the common outcomes that were in each of the individual classes and who was offering it. And I was using a number of AI tools to compile all this data. So what I was able to do from this was develop a set of common course outcomes for specific courses. This is useful to me because when I am assigning a course number, I'm looking for the overlap for the requested course and the courses that are already in the catalog. So at this time, I've got a common set of outcomes for all the courses that we are offering inside of the EET. What I also have, however, is a method by which I can generate these outcomes based on the SCNS database and a number of prompts and queries to do this, with the end result being a set of commonalized course outcomes for everybody that offers a specific course. Now, of course, I could easily stop there, but I did not. So what did I do next? Let's go to the next one, and let's look at how these courses fit within the EET curriculum frameworks. So what I've done is I've taken each of the courses inside of EET, I've mapped the specific course outcomes in those courses to the learning outcomes inside of show how specifically the courses that are being offered and those outcomes meet the requirements of the curriculum frameworks. So with that being done, I can look at a curriculum, which is a series of courses, and look at how well everything maps and how well the curriculum frameworks are actually being met by the program. Now, that's useful to the people that are teaching the programs, and we're looking at how that can actually be beneficial. It's also looking very useful for us when we're looking at specifically do the frameworks? What are the frameworks represented? Okay, well, again, I could have stopped there. I didn't. So what I did next was I looked at the curriculum pieces that were associated with this. So in this case, and I'm just going to show one of the examples, which is EET 1011. I think that's a course that many of us are familiar with. What I've done is I've taken all the course descriptions of everybody that offers this and developed a common course description based on all of that. Then I took each of the common learning outcomes and I developed a set of core competencies. What do you need to do, both at the core level of the course and also at the advanced level of the course? For doing that, I specifically went through and had research with using a deep research algorithm and a deep research AI, everything that was available from everybody that was offering those courses, and pulled all that information back. Using that, I was now able to say, well, what do you need to do if you're teaching this course? So I've developed documents that are modular in nature that look at the individual modules that you would need to have. So for instance, in EET 1011, the first module that is recommended would be the electrical fundamentals, which would have these specific learning objectives and the topics that would need to be covered in those classes, including common laboratory activities that would be done and what types of assessment methods would be recommended based on what everybody else is doing. So, and then we go on through Module 1, Module 2, Module 3, in the format that is most commonly being used by the people that are teaching this course. Now, not only are we the only ones teaching this course, I was able to extend that research out on a national level. And for many of the common courses that we teach, I was able to find well over 100 different schools teaching this with what they teach. Note that this is not the actual textbook materials. This is simply a guide to say the next thing that you're going to do in Module 3 inside of EET at 1011 is cover series circuits, which have those objectives such as apply Kirchhoff's voltage law or design voltage divider circuits with specific topical coverage, specific types of laboratory activities, and specific types of assessments necessary to evaluate what you've done in the course. So this project, it plans to take all of this, all the way back to that first thing that I showed you, which was the courses that we are teaching, look at the outcomes for those individual courses, where they're being offered, provide a set of core outcomes and optional outcomes that we can use in those specific courses, and also provide a set of curriculum guides. Remember, curriculum guide is not the actual materials themselves. It just says these are the things that you should cover and these are the methods that you should use to assess them. And these are based on what everybody is doing right now. So the overall objective of this project is to get to this level for every course that we teach inside of the entire ET curriculum. That's it. I'm sure this is going to lead to a certain level of discussion. I'm sure there's a lot of people curious of how we're going to do this, what the methodology is, but that is the big picture. Thank you very much, and hopefully I will see everybody sometime soon. Enjoy the discussion. Thank you.